back to a new video. Today's video will be on the Peach Bowl, Michigan State versus Pitt. So we're going to go over the stats, then we're going to get into the predictions. And I have a guest for the predictions today. He'll be in all these New Year's Six Bowl prediction videos. So Michigan State quarterback Peyton Thorne threw for 2,888 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Peyton Thorne was more of a guy that didn't throw very often. It was more like it was Michigan State and Michigan basically had the same game plan as that was to run it to their running back. Kenneth Walker, 1,636 rushing yards, 18 rushing touchdowns. He was the best running back in the nation in 2021, and it was a great pickup from the transfer portal for Mel Tucker. Wide receiver Jalen Reed, 946 yards, 8 touchdowns. They also threw the ball to Jalen Neller some too, but Jaden Reed was their leading receiver. Their defensive secondary was led by safety Xavier Henderson, 3 sacks, 2 passes defended, and 1 interception. On the line, led by defense Jacob Panasiuk, 6 sacks, 3 passes defended. So this secondary was one of the worst in the leagues, if not the literal worst. They scored 31.9 points per game, and they had 185 rush yards per game. Pitt. Kenny Pickett is a Heisman finalist, 4,319 passing yards, 42 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, along with 241 rush yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. Wide receiver Jordan Addison had 1,479 yards, 17 touchdowns, with 28 rush yards and a rushing touchdown. The defense led by linebacker John Patrician, 4.5 sacks, 3 interceptions. The offense scored 43 points per game, 350 pass yards per game, and 154 rush yards per game. Heisman finalist Kenny Pickett, he was incredible this year for Pitt. He's always been incredible, and he'll definitely a guy to look at in the draft. He can go early rounder. The offense was one of the best. Them in Alabama and Ohio State, the offenses were incredible this year. All right, guys, now we will get on to our picks of the day. My brother will go first.
All right, so I'm saying that Michigan State will win this game, mainly because Kenny Pickett opted out, and I know that Kenneth Walker also opted out for both this game. But their backup quarterback for Pitt is Nick Patty. I think that's how you say his name. And he's only thrown 12 completed passes for 140 yards. So he hasn't played much. But Michigan State, their backup running backs, Jordan Simmons, 54 attempts, 255 yards. Elijah Collins, 12 attempts, 87 yards. Harold Joyner, 11 attempts, 35 yards. And Donovan Eaglin, 6 attempts and 33 yards. So they have plenty of running backs to replace Kenneth Walker, but obviously not as good as Kenneth Walker. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, mainly because they do hand it off to Kenneth Walker, and he is not in this game. And Kenny Pickett, he's not there, so they're going to have their backup quarterback who hasn't played many snaps this year. So I think Michigan State will win it 24-17. I think that both teams will be able to put up some points, but it's definitely not going to be a high-scoring game because they're both teams' top two players are out. All right, Levi's picks.
So, yeah, everything I agree with him, but I do not agree that Michigan State will win the game. I think Pitt will win this game only because of Michigan State's secondary. I know Kenny Pickett is out, but Jordan Addison, he's a huge playmaker, and all the quarterback has to do is throw the ball to him. He's going to get behind the secondary, and they're going to burn him every play. You ain't got to be like a 5-star quarterback to beat a secondary. All you got to do is be able to throw the ball. So that's why I pick Pitt. My final score will be 31-21. Pitt wins this one. Michigan State, they're not the same team with Kenneth Walker. Pitt is not the same team without Kenny Pickett, but they still have playmakers, and then Michigan State only has one playmaker, and that is Kenneth Walker. So that's my pick Pitt in this game. And hope you enjoyed this video. See y'all guys in the next one. Next prediction later tonight. Baylor, Ole Miss. See y'all in that video.